started business and it was not up to a year I ended the business. Yay! I'm so excited and I really can't believe I'm doing this, but I guess it's about time I start showing my face on my channel. So welcome to a new dispensation. I'm so happy, I'm so excited to be doing this because other than the fact that I don't show my face on my channel, let me just say the plain truth, I'm a very shy person. uh, I really don't like my face to so many things, like my social media. I kind of like a low-key life, you understand? But at this point, I've been getting a lot of questions on my YouTube channel that I really cannot keep up with. So I said that it's better we start a series, Gist with TZ. So this is episode 1, guys. So you're welcome. Let's gist together. So I'm taking you guys back to how it all started. And I started my cake business quite early. So I'm going to be sharing you mistakes that I made, and I really want, if you're an upcoming baker, so you can learn from it, so that you don't waste time to build your business, because I know it can be tiring if you are going to spend a lot of time trying to build your brand. So I'll be sharing you tips that really helped me along the line. So I started my first class. I attended Mix and Bakes beginners class for cakes. So I can't remember now. I was in the university then when I took the class. I think I was in 300 level. Yeah, I took the class then because I really love baking, pastries, and before then I was doing pancakes, like everything online. I tried recipes. I really like everything pertaining cakes. And you're novice to business. I'm a novice to business. I had no idea how business worked, and that's why I'm doing this video. That's like the major reason why I'm doing this video. If you've conceived the thought of not attending cake class, please go to class. All right, go to class. Go and get yourself a beginner's class. It will help you. It will really help you, because I learned a lot from that beginner's class. And guys, you cannot learn everything in one day. I always emphasize this, because it took me a while to understand that, and I really didn't get too many mentorship, like people have now. In our days, there were no mentorship. There was nobody to go hold you by the hand. This social media era had really brought a lot of things for people to support group and whatnot. There are Telegram groups, there are WhatsApp group now that are helping bakers or any type of business you're doing right now. But in our era, we had no support group. So I started my cake business at a very amateur stage. No knowledge other than the fact that I just went for training. Let me tell you the things that really affected my business, and I really don't want you to make the same mistake. One, I started business and it was not up to a year I ended the business. Now you know. I bet you didn't know. Yes. Now that I'm talking about this, I can't help but laugh. But if I didn't say this now, you will not believe that I once abandoned my business. 1 year after starting my cake business, I packed up. Yes, I did packed up, because I was not getting customers. And at that time, we only had Facebook, nowhere to get customers. And now another thing that affected it was my location. I was not getting orders. I tried so much. So I wanted something great for this business. I wanted to do it. I had bought mixer. I got everything, because things were still very, very much as affordable at that time. So I got everything I needed, but there was no customer. Nobody was coming to buy cake. So those areas were doing flyers. I'm taking flyers to church, to everybody I know, but nobody was ordering cakes. Like, I was so invisible. I was giving people free cakes because I just wanted to know I make cakes, and it was really affecting me. And then I was staying in a location close to Akpongbo. If you know Akpongbo in Lagos, where they sell market things. So it doesn't even take me time. If you want to buy or order cake from me, I just go to the market to go and get everything in bulk. So I used to have flour, sugar, margarine. I used to have them in quantity, like large quantity. But once I get one order, guys, I'm not going to get another order till the next month. And I knew I was doing my cakes well. They were not bad. I learned from the best cake school, my beginners, even from the people we did the exams, our beginners exam, where I was among the top 5. My case was among the top 5. They rated good for beginners class. So, but I was not just getting customer, and it was becoming frustrating. So at the end of that year, I got married. Then I was moving from my previous location to my husband's house, and I said, this business is not for me. You heard that? I said, this business is not for me, because how will you invest so much in business and you're not getting customer? And you know, the painful part of this whole thing is your relations, your family, your friends, they don't even believe in you enough to come and patronize you. So that was my condition at that time. I was people that are very close to me, they knew I was doing this, but they never thought it to say, I can we order cake from you. And every other weekend they were celebrating birthdays and they were getting cakes from every other place except me. So what am I supposed to do? I said, okay, since no one believes in this business, let's just get it over with. And I did. And I didn't even miss a bit. But I had a friend that always gets, like, she ordered cakes from me for our family, and she's like my only number one customer. So after I got married, 3 months later, she said that she wants to order cake. I told her I was out of Lagos. I had to lie because I didn't know how to tell her that I'm not more doing the business, because she has ordered cake from me twice. For a whole year, 12 months, I barely had 4 cakes or 5 cakes altogether. But guess what? I had given out over 20 cakes. And someone said, my baby's birthday is next week. I said, oh, I'll use the opportunity to just make one small cake. And I was tired of doing charity organization. So we had to let everything go. So what I did, my pan, some utensils that I had, I gave it out. I just walked down to one of my neighbors on the street where I lived before and asked her if she doesn't mind if I give her these things, because in my head I didn't want to keep those things, you know, those old pans. Now I have them, I have some cutter, but I didn't want anything that would remind me. Guys, guess what? I wanted to give her my wood mixer. But I don't know, I think it's the spirit of God held me back not to give her that mixer. So that was the only thing I took into my husband's house, and I said, maybe in the future I'll bake cakes for my kids. So that was the major reason I left that mixer, and it was like the most expensive thing I had among my cake equipment. So I kept it. Now, 2 years after, people already know I've given up on that business because I've started posting Orishishi. You know what it means to say Orishishi? I've gone into selling all these, to selling. I was just doing all sort of business. Even I had to do event decoration. I went for event training. I did event decor for some couples, but I just knew I was not deriving happiness from what I was doing. But since what I wanted was not working, I left it. You know, every time I see bakers, I'm always following a lot of bakers. You know, I still see their pictures and like. So 2 years after I had my first child, so one of my neighbors in my new apartment said, she mistakenly, no, like she missed her mother-in-law's birthday, and it's very important that she gets mother-in-law cake. And that it was Saturday, and it was towards evening, and she said there's no way she can get cake, and it's very, very compulsory because she's a new bride, and you know how we do that. She really wanted to, surprise her mother-in-law. I said, okay, I can help her out. And she was like, are you joking? I said, but I told you before that I make cakes, but I stopped making. That I have oven, I can just get a few things to make it. She said, okay, how much am I going to charge? I said, just bring 5,000, let me get the ingredients. So I just did that because I was bored that day. And next morning, before going to church, I dropped the cake off at her apartment and I left. On Monday, because Sundays are like rest days for me, I just come back and log off, shut down, and I slept off. On Monday, I was taking my kids to school. Oh, my child, I had one child at the time. And she came out and she was screaming. I was like, hello, what's going on? She said, everybody was just complimenting the cake. I said, well, I told you I make it before. It's not as if you're going to end up with a bad cake. So I didn't even take it serious. But she kept on screaming that, and I made just 2 layers chocolate cake. And she was like, that's the best they've ever had, that they want another one next Sunday. I said, please. You know, this Odogu, please. You know, I just poured that love like a beg. I know they do this thing. Because even that particular day, I bought pan. So I didn't have any pan. I bought pan to make that cake. And I just did oil base. And that was it, guys. The next Sunday, they were on my neck. From that Sunday to the next Sunday to the next week. That was how I started getting all that. I was shocked and I had to pray over it. I said, am I coming back to this thing? I had to ask my husband, like, I don't think you are second guessing this thing. Better start taking these orders. And that was how we came back. I came back to start making cakes. So you see how it went south and we came back to the same business. So you might be feeling this way right now. I'm just here to tell you that you're not alone. It can happen to anyone. But if I didn't share this right now, because I see a lot of people comment on my post, your pictures are so beautiful, your cakes. But if you don't know the story, you'll be feeling like, oh, I just did my training right now. I'm supposed to be getting a lot of orders. Please, it takes time. So one of my regrets is I would have not stopped doing that business at that time. Because you see that 2 clients I had then, assuming I nurtured them and carried them along, who knows how many clients I will have built in that 2 years I left the business. Because when I came back, it took a lot of convincing to the people that had tested the cake before, to convince them, to tell them that I now do cakes. I could not even tell them. They just started seeing my post on WhatsApp. So I started doing WhatsApp then. Because those times that I stopped, we're using BBN. It was BlackBerry era. All right. So it took a lot of convincing, and I had to pray, and God really showed up. The moment I started posting on WhatsApp, I started getting 1, 2, 3 orders. Then I opened my Instagram account, and that was it. So why am I sharing this story? If you are in the corner right now, thinking of the same thing, that you want to end that business, please give it a second thought and really take time to pray about it. Because I don't want you to go through what I went through. Because when I came back online to start posting, some of the people that we started that beginners training, that went to beginners training together, they've all grown. Yes, they've all grown. But as God will have it, I did catch up with most of them, because some of them, their followers and whatever, they've been doing cakes for large clients, so their customer base has increased. So guys, let's end our gist here so we don't bore ourselves. I'll be doing the gist episode by episode and be sharing things that will help you out in your cake business. Because if you are looking for a support group, maybe I'll open one, but this is me doing this video to hold your hands that you're not alone. Please, any money I'm making money as a lady is important. So if you've started cake or any type of business, please hold on to it. It takes time to build business, and it all makes sense at the end of the day, because right now I am fully enjoying it. I'm doing everything at the comfort of my home, and it's so convenient. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm begging, if you want me to lay down, please like our video and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.